Hi, I'm Roland Woodmeckler.
For this border today, I'm using a number 18 tip. This works well for a lot of borders, and it works great for this particular one. Today I want to show you a quick little buttercream border. It goes like this. We're going to do a couple little reverse shells. And we're going to overpipe. Just like that, but I want to show you what you can do with this, because this is a border that you can use on your wedding cakes, you can use on your anniversary cakes or novelty cakes or whatever. It's very versatile, but it looks kind of elegant. Now I'm going to show you what I was doing with that. What I was doing there is just piping a little like a comma shape, then coming around all the way back to that same level, and then another one the opposite direction, so that's the reverse of the shell. So, and then just repeat that over and over. You get a really nice border. So basically, again, we're just coming down and then down and around, back up, down. Let off pressure as you bring out the tail here a little bit. So lighter pressure, so heavier. That by changing the pressure, that makes for a little more definition. So it's like that to start. Then we're going to overpipe the outside edge from the outside. And when I say the outside, I mean the outside of these three little, so you have two, one, two, and then the third one, that'll be the outside. And so like that, and what that does is give it a real nice fancy look. So what I'm doing there is just piping a little comma shaped shell down and then come around with a full shell. And around and come to the back side each time. So you're coming here, now you're laying that right to the back side, not over the top, right to the back side. And again, and see each time we're reversing, once this way, once this way. So again, we have this double reverse shell, like so, where we're reversing each time, and then we're going to go over the top. And not really on top, but to the outside of the two shells. So what we're ending up with is a border that appears to be a layering of three shells. So, and that's what keeps it attractive, and you want to keep it clean that way. So once again, like so, a small one, a larger one, small, larger, and come around. Now you could leave it that way if you want, that's a nice border, but adding this makes it a little more elegant. Okay, now let's do this again a little closer up so you can see what's happening. Again, so a little shell like so, then around, another one to the opposite side, that way, around, 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 and just keep reversing, and then to the outside edge of those two preceding shells, add that third, and it makes for a really nice border. Now it is possible to go wrong with this, believe it or not. For instance, if you don't come around far enough and you just kind of let these shells bump up against one another, what that does is create a look that's not near as smooth as it should be. So again, you want to come up and make the transition smooth. So it's smooth, smooth. Another thing that could go wrong possibly is if you go way up or way down or anywhere in between. What you get is a border that's kind of all over the place, and you don't want that. The way to get around that is, at least for practice purposes, is to put some line, just put a few little lines on your cake just for practicing again. And what we want to do with this is when you pipe your first comma shaped shell, what we're going to do is bring it around and come from the top down to the bottom, then from the top down to the bottom and back up to the top, from the bottom up to the top, and the bottom up to the top and back down to the bottom, and just continue that. And what that'll do is get you used to keeping this confined to a certain width. So again, from the top down to the bottom, top down to the bottom, and then back up to that same line, not above it or below it, the same distance. Okay, so once more, what we're going to do, the same thing, there's our border, and the comma shape coming down, then back up to that same level, and so forth, and just repeat that pattern. And again, you can really get this going pretty quick once you get used to it. But and that third one, which is a single reverse shell over pipe. So Ideally, you want to see all three of those, and that's all there is to it. Again, you're going to find lots of uses for this border. It's quick, easy, and elegant. Lots of fun. Give it a try.